Yo, what is good, YouTube? It is your boy Make America Lit, back with another NBA 2K23 video. In today's video, I have a brand new series that I'm introducing on the channel called The Power of a 99. In this series, I'm going to be making builds with obviously 99 rated attributes. I already have a couple of videos lined up and stuff like that, and builds lined up that I'm going to be doing and testing for you guys, and basically reviewing just the power of that attribute. In today's episode, our first episode of The Power of 99, we're going to be doing the 99 3 ball. That's right, 99 3 ball. So let's just jump right into it, man. So before we start, I just want to say, for starters, at a minimum, on current gen, as you can see that we're playing, you'll have a minimum of 29 shooting badge points, period. You won't have anything underneath 29 shooting badge points. You'll also have every single shooting badge available at the Hall of Fame level. As you've seen in the clips at the start of the video, you will be able to shoot from pretty much anywhere on the court, especially in the half court setting. You will be able to green from anywhere on the court. You're also going to offer a ridiculous amount of spacing, because you'll be a threat to knock down a shot from anywhere on the floor. In the half court setting, meaning your defender will never be able to sag off of you or help off of you. And if you're playing with another really good shooter, especially against really good teams that like to run zone and stuff like that, you're going to really just open up the floor for a lot of people, because they're not going to ever be able to leave you, alone or by yourself. So that's really one of the main strengths, or some of the main strengths, of having a 99 3 ball. Now, on the flip side, you'll be giving up a lot of attribute points for a 99 3. That's the really only con to having a 99 3 build. Layup, dunk, ball handle, passing, perimeter defense, steal, speed, acceleration, or whatever, strength. You're going to take a hit somewhere on your build. And I know for some people that might be a serious deal breaker, but the main reason it wasn't for me was because I was able to tailor my build specifically to play around that 99 3 ball. And basically, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how I did it. So let's just go ahead and discuss the build. So usually I would have the build built already, but I'm going to be just basically showing you guys exactly how to make the build itself. Alright, so we're back, and we're going to be discussing the build. So I went with a shooting guard. You can go with a small forward, but the reason why I didn't go with a small forward is because I play like 95 to 97% of my games are rec. I don't really play park at all. And when you play rec at the small forward position, a lot of times they force you into that 4 spot, and I don't want to be playing power forward at 6'5". So you're gonna have to go a little bit lower on your height or whatever like that to get a better 3 ball. And if I made a small forward, like, you would have had better defensive stats and stuff like that, but you'd have been slower. And again, like I said, you would be put at the power forward position sometimes, and that would just be hell happen to guard like a 6'8", or not even just a 6'8", but like a 6'10", 6'9" power forward 24/7. Now, don't get it twisted. When you're going with the shooting guard build, a lot of times I do get put at the 3, and yeah, I'm gonna be a little undersized, because most of the time the 3 is usually 6'8" or 6'9", a 6'8", 6'9" small forward, or a 6'8", 6'9" point guard. But I would rather guard a 6'8", 6'9" point guard at the 3 than to guard a 6'9", 6'10" power forward in the paint, where I'm getting absolutely torched. So yeah, this is why I went with the shooting guard. Most times I'm getting put at the 2 or the 3, and even some games I even get put at the 1, depending on who's on the floor and stuff like that. So shooting guard, handedness doesn't matter, jersey doesn't matter, but you know, I'm gonna just give my jersey number, which I rock 77 because I'm a Dallas fan, so you know we gotta rock that 77 for Luka. Now, the height I went with, like I said, is 6'5". I felt like 6'5" was like one of the most balanced heights you can go with. 6'6", you won't be able to get like a 99 three ball, I don't think, with you know, 6'6" wingspan. Going 6'6" with the minimum wingspan, so the minimum height you could go is 6'5" to get that 99 three ball. Anything under 6'5", you can get a 99, but you won't be able to get a 99 at 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", or whatever like that. So that's why, another reason why I went with 6'5". But 6'5" is like, I feel like the bare minimum that you can go and still be really good on the perimeter on defense and be like a lockdown kind of defender on the perimeter. So that's another reason why I went with 6'5". I didn't go with 6'4" or 6'3" or anything like that, or make a point guard build. I wanted to be at the 2 or the 3, and I wanted to be able to play really good defense. Now, I know people are going to say, oh, but you got a 6'5" wingspan, la, 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 la. Yeah, I get that, but if you know how to play good defense and you know how to stick to your man, this game is much slower paced. It's a lot easier to stick to your defender or your matchup and stuff like that compared to NBA 2K22, 2K21, where dudes were doing left rights and Curry slides and stuff like that. It was a lot of space being created. It was a lot harder for you to get contests, where in this game is much slower pace. Everybody's much slower and stuff like that, so it's a lot easier for you to get contests on people. So the wingspan ain't gonna really matter much, especially when you see the badges that we're gonna have access to defensively. It's not gonna matter as much because the badges are gonna help with whatever, you know, wingspan that you go with or have at 6'5". Of course you gotta go 6'5" because you can't go 6'6", but basically what I'm saying is, even though we have a short wingspan, we'll still be able to get really good contest on people. So 6'5" height, 6'5" wingspan, and then for the weight, I went all the way down to 184. Like that. Body shape don't matter, but I always go defined. As you know, on this channel, we always go defined body shape, but it's up to you. I just like to go defined because I like the way it looks. Just my personal preference. Now, this is what I was telling you about when I said that you're going to lack somewhere on this build. Now, the place that I choose to lack in is finishing, and the reason why I chose to lack in finishing is because if I have a 99 three ball, my strength is going to be in shooting. So first things first, we're going to put that 99 three ball up. That's the first thing I did. You know what I'm saying? This was the first thing I did, and like I said, you know, you're going to have a minimum of 29 shooting badge points. You're going to have every single badge in the game on Hall of Fame, period, first and foremost. So that's the first thing I did, and then from there I kind of tailored the build how I wanted to build and stuff like that. So I was cool with the 84 mid-range. One, you can't go anything lower than that because you're gonna lose your 99, and two, you want a decent mid-range. 84 mid-range is more than enough. You know, most people go 81 for Hall of Fame Midi Magician, but 84 is gonna be more than enough to knock down mid-range shots and stuff like that, and green shots, especially when you have 29 shooting badge points. You're gonna be able to get all the badges you need. For finishing, I went with a 61 close shot, and then I went with a 70 driving layup. That was more than enough. Went with the 70 driving layup because like that, you can see what we have access to. That would give me access to Acrobat, Fearless Finisher, and Slithery, so I would be somewhat decent at finishing with Acrobat, Fearless, and Slithery. And then, you know, 3 points into Silver Giant Slayer, meaning that people won't be able to block me as much. We're going to be undersized at 6'5". Now, just that alone, you see that we're already at a 75 overall. And we haven't even touched playmaking or defense or even our physicals yet, which is kind of crazy to say that we're almost like kind of close to being halfway to our build being max, you know. And we haven't even touched anything yet. Now, the one thing that I lacked in, like I said, I chose to lack in finishing because if you go to 99-3, you're going to be shooting threes mostly. You're not going to really be going in the paint at all. And while you can take this finishing off and put it elsewhere, I wanted to at least be able to finish somewhat. You know, with the 70 layup, you'll be able to make contact layups and chain shot layups and stuff like that. You'll be able to run like a pick and roll if you're going to be the roll man or whatever like that. Not saying that, you know, shooting guards should be running pick and rolls and stuff, but if you needed to run a pick and roll, you could. You know, you got a 61 close shot. You could finish down low. You get 70 driving layups. So you could finish with a little bit of contact. Bronze Fearless Finisher, Bronze Acrobat, Bronze Slithery, and stuff like that with Silver Giant Slayer. I didn't go with any driving dunk or anything like that because we couldn't afford that, unfortunately. Moving on, the next thing I went with was a 70 pass accuracy, and that's like the bare minimum to be a decent passer. As you can see, you're going to unlock a bunch of passing badges: gold, special delivery, silver, dimer, post playmaker, needle threader, break starter, and bailout. So just at a minimum, you're unlocking so many really good passing badges, and that's going to give us 5 playmaking badges as well. And then for the ball handle, I went with an 85. Now, the reason why I went with an 85 is because really you want an 84 at least, I believe, for unpluckable on gold. You know what I'm saying? You want an 84, so you get that gold unpluckable. But the reason why I went with an 85 is because I also wanted to have not only just silver handles for days, but I mainly wanted to make sure that I have access to gold quick first step, since we won't have post control to get our quick first step or even unpluckable. We won't have that post control. So I went with the 85 ball handle. Trust me, you need at least gold unpluckable to create offense in this build. You're going to be able to not just spot up, but also you want to be able to create your offense. I have a 3-level score that has like an 80 something ball handle. I don't get gold unpluckable, and you already know how overpowered steals are in this game, so you don't even want to make that excuse of not being able to create on your own. You don't want people being able to reach on you. And yes, they did patch steals somewhat, but steals are still OP. You can still rip people pretty much whenever you want. So you want at least a minimum of an 85 ball handle or a minimum of gold unpluckable. You can go higher with the ball handle or whatever like that if you chose to, but I didn't. I went with an 85 ball handle. And whatever the default speed with ball is, we're going to go with that because we're already going to be rocking gold quick first step. So having a high speed with ball isn't entirely necessary on this build. You know how we are on this channel. If we have a high level of quick first step, gold or Hall of Fame, then we go with low speed with ball and acceleration. If we have low quick first step like a bronze or silver, then we go with higher speed with ball and acceleration to balance the build out. Moving on to defense, right? And this was important. I wanted to make sure that I could guard my man because at 6'5", you're already a defensive liability. You're going to be a lot smaller than most people because everybody went with tall builds this year. But we're going to be going to an 86 perimeter defense. So that right there is just automatically going to make us really good on the perimeter. As you can see right there, gold menace, ankle braces, workhorse, off-ball pest, pick dodger, gold challenger, so that 6'5" wingspan won't even matter. You won't even realize you have a 6'5" wingspan when you rocking gold challenger. You get contest on people from the free throw line, on the three-point line, from the free throw line, a gold challenger. You know what I'm saying? Challenger is ridiculously OP this year. You don't even need gold challenger, but we do have access to gold challenger if we need said badge. And then, of course, silver clamps coming in clutch. And then I went with a 75 steal. Now, I know people are like, oh, well, you don't have silver glove. And, bro, I get steals with like a 39 steal on my 3-level score. You don't really need a high steal to get steals if you know when to reach in this game. I get poke ball loose. I don't get a lot of steals with that 3-level score because, like I said, the steal is a 39. But I do get a ton of poke balls loose because I know when to reach and when not to reach. And, having just bronze glove with the 64 plus steal, a 75 steal with bronze glove, you're going to get a nice amount of steals and poke ball loose animations if you know how to play defense. You know what I'm saying? If you know how to play defense, keep that in mind. If you don't know how to play defense, then obviously it may not work out well for you. But if you know how to play defense, then yeah, it's going to be fine. And then interior defense, I went up to 44. Don't ask me why it's on 44. I think I just had points left over or whatever like that. Who knows? And then my free throw, I went up to an 87. Now, for some of y'all, if y'all don't play rec at all, then you can leave that down to whatever it was. I think it was 74 default. But if you play rec like me, you want to be able to, I want to be able to knock down free throws no matter what the situation is, whether it's the first quarter, second quarter, fourth quarter, or overtime. I don't want to ever choke at the line. And 2, I always want to be the one that shoots the technical free throws because I want my points, okay? Now, the technical free throws, the defensive threes and all of that stuff like that, it's always going to go to the person who has the highest free throw on the team. So usually it's going to be me because I have an 87 free throw, and I'm usually the highest person. Most people, you know, they're going with a 75 or 80 free throw. That 87 free throw is going to mean that I'm pretty much going to always shoot the technical free throw. It's very rare that I see somebody with a higher free throw than me on this build with an 87 free throw, but it does happen occasionally. But like I said, if you don't play rec at all, you know, you cool with the 74. That's the sweet spot. 74, 75-ish. 74 to 77 is the sweet spot to shoot around 85 or higher % from free throw. If you know your free throw, you're probably shooting even higher than that. But, you know, if you do play rec, I would recommend you go up to at least an 80. If you do want to make sure that you shoot those free throw technical free throws, then you should be going up with an 85 or 87. I'm going to just show you what my build is, which is an 87. And I shoot probably like around like 97, 96% from free throw, I think, somewhere around there. Last season, season 3 and season 2, I believe, I was around like 96, 97, somewhere around there for free throws. But yeah, that's what my shooting looks like. Mid-range 3 and free throw. This is what my finishing looks like. This is what my playmaking looks like. And this is what my defense look like. And now you already see that we're already at a 95. So I know people are going to be like, oh man, you're already at a 95. Yeah, I know, man. Moving on, stamina 99. And the reason why you want a 99 stamina is because you're going to be primarily shooting jump shots. Most of your points are going to be coming from jump shooting. You don't want to not have max stamina. You don't want to be tired. Stamina impacts your shooting way more this year. It impacts, you know, just scoring in general, like really, really badly this year. It'll speed up or slow up your jump shot and stuff like that. And like, you know, jump shots have like 4 or 5 different timings and stuff like that. So it can be extremely annoying. So if you are a jump shooter or you primarily score through jump shots, you want the most stamina you can possibly have, and you want to have on badges that are going to conserve your stamina as much as possible. So that's why, you know, I went with a max 99 stamina. You can get away with like a 95. If you're a shooting build, I would recommend 90 or better. You shouldn't have anything below a 90 if you are going to be just shooting jump shots, or you're going to primarily be scoring with jump shots. If you're a slasher, you can get by with a 90 or an 85. If you're an inside player or whatever, you can even get by with an 80 as long as you know how to use turbo. You're not just smashing R2 or right trigger and just running around with turbo the entire game. If you know how to conserve your stamina, you can get by with an 80 stamina or even an 85 stamina. But because I'm primarily shooting on this build, I'm going with the 99 stamina. Strength isn't going to matter much, so I left the strength at that default. I'm not going to be going in the paint. I'm not going to be boxing people out really like that. I'm not going to be trying to grab rebounds or finish in the paint with heavy contact. So strength isn't going to help me out that much. You know, does help on defense with blow-by animations and stuff, but I'm not going to really be driving that much. And, you know, I do have like an 86 perimeter defense with a bunch of, you know, defensive badges, as you can see right there. So this is what our badge is going to look like. I think I'm going to be fine with a 36 strength. Moving on, we're going to go to speed, which is going to be most important. We're going to go all the way up to an 87 speed. So this is what our speed is going to look like. Right here, as you can see, 87 speed, 72 acceleration, which is decent. You know what I'm saying? Very, very, very decent, very respectable speed to have. I don't know how I messed this up. Maybe it might be because I did my defense first and then I did this, but I actually had a 60 vertical and a 44 interior defense. Maybe they patched it or something. I don't know, but we'll go with 45 interior defense and 57 vertical. But on my actual build, I have an 87 speed, 72 acceleration, 36 strength, 60 vertical, and a 99 stamina, 41 defensive rebound. All of these stats are exactly how I have it. Actually, no, I see what happened. My driving layup is at a 73. That right there is what happened. So we'll put that down like that. Yeah, I don't know. It's still kind of weird. It's still not letting me. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's what it was. I had my driving layup up to a 73 for whatever reason. So this right here is my exact build. Sorry about that. 87 speed, 72 acceleration, 36 strength, 60 vertical, 99 stamina. Final badge count, 6 finishing, 29 shooting, 13 playmaking, 12 defensive. Now, this is the exact build that I had. You know, and keep in mind, this is not even including the badges that you get for completing your college games, or the badge you get from completing the NPCs challenges or whatever like that, the +4 badges that you'll get for beating all the NPCs on a boat and stuff like that as well too. So you're looking at +9 badges on top of this. So that +9 badges can go to shooting, it can go into defensive to make you a better defender, it can go into playmaking to make you a better, you know, ball handler and stuff like that. I don't really recommend you putting into finishing, because, you know, you're not going to really be able to get much. You already got 6 points already, and this right here is going to be 3 points. Putting points in would only get you a higher level of Giant Slayer, and nobody runs Pro Touch, so there's no point in putting it into finishing. But you could put it into shooting, you could put it into playmaking, you could put it into defense and make your build better. As far as the takeover, these are our takeovers. Now, this is why I made this build the way I made it. Obviously, we're going to go with sharp take up so we can, you know, pull from half court and stuff like that. But also, we're going to have lock take. So again, we're not going to be such a defensive liability, even at 6'5", even playing or guarding against 6'8", 6'9" players. The only time you're going to be a liability is when people drive on you or go in the paint. Other than that, you're not going to be a liability at all. You're going to be able to play really great defense on the perimeter and stuff like that. So that's really the only time you're going to be a liability. You know what I'm saying? So in closing, you know, of course, when we create our build, like I said, it's going to be called the shooter build. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be a catfish build too, because what you can do is you can take that lock take off and put shot create and take, and people will see shooter, sharp shooting, and shot create and take over and think that you can't play defense. So if you do want to be a catfish build, like a true catfish build, you can take that lockdown take off and, you know, put shot create and take off and make people think you can't play defense. And then lo and behold, you got silver clamps and bronze glove and bronze interceptor and, you know, gold challenger, and people are going to wonder why they can't score on you and stuff like that. But in closing, I would say that the real benefit for having a 99.3 isn't even the rating itself, but also having access to certain Hall of Fame badges just make you an absolute marksman. Do you need a 99.3 if you're a good shooter? No, of course not. I shot 72% from 3 during season 3 while playing on builds with a 93, and on my small forward and center two-way stretch 5, which has an 83, just like my two-way 3-level point forward that has an 83 ball as well too. And I shot 72% from 3 during season 3. Now obviously there's people that shoot better, but I'm just saying, with an 83 and then a 93, I was still able to shoot above 70% before really playing on a 99.3 build. You know, but of course, having access to badges like Hall of Fame Limitless Range, Hall of Fame Blinders, Hall of Fame Green Machine just makes you an absolute nightmare to guard, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you're comfortable with giving up some ability in finishing or playmaking or defense and being a bit more one-dimensional to an extent, then go for it. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, I would recommend you just stop at like a 90 or 92.3. The extra Hall of Fame badges are nice, but they're definitely not necessary if you're already a good shooter. It's been your boy Make America Lit. Please be sure to drop a like on the video and be sure to tune into our next episode of Power of 99. I'm out, guys. Peace.